Welcome back to the Real Hot Taste podcast, and today I was just gonna quickly talk about my thoughts about the Marvel's Avengers beta that I played. I played on week 2, the second week where you could play with a PS4. Anybody who had a PS4 could play it. You didn't have to have a pre-order the game yet, which was good because I wasn't sure if I wanted to I'm still not sure if I wanted to pre-order the game, but I've been looking forward to this game for a while, but then the hype kind of died when you didn't really get anything about it for a long time. But then the game comes out in like a couple weeks. September 4th, I think, is the release date. And they're just now doing a beta, so it's kind of really close to release date. So the game's pretty much what we played on the weekend is pretty much that's what you're going to get with obviously a complete story and stuff like that. But yeah, so the beta. I had a fun time with the beta. It was okay. I'm just gonna go down piece by piece. The A-Day mission was really fun. I loved. It was really fun just to try out the characters and those really quickly and just get a good feel for everybody. I liked everybody but Thor. That's just because I really don't like Thor as a character, and I'm not gonna play as anybody if I don't like their character. Pretty much. But yeah, I just don't like Thor's kind of goofy. But yeah, Iron Man is my favorite so far. He's just so fun to play with, Iron Man, because you can fly, you can obviously you punch people pretty normally. But my favorite thing is the different kind of weapons you can use. Like you got your repulsors, so you feel like from the Iron Man 1 movie, kind of just using repulsors the whole time and really using those in your punches and your combos, and you also aim and shoot them. And then you got the lasers, which are my favorite, and it's kind of like the more recent Avengers movies where he uses the lasers more to like fight, and you use that more hand-to-hand combat compared to ranged with the repulsors. So if you switch it up really quickly, create like a combo and stuff like that, like with repulsors, and you switch to the lasers, and you just get a really cool combo or something like that, or what looks like a combo. And then the last one I didn't get much use for, like I didn't use it that much, were the rockets, which were pretty fun to use, but I don't know, I just use the repulsors and the lasers mostly. And you have your special abilities with Iron Man, which is the arc reactor, which is kind of clunky. Like you fire it and you either like melt a guy or miss and do nothing. So that's kind of hit or miss, but I use it on bosses or like big clunky enemies like the tanks and the mechs and stuff. And then there's like the arc overload thing where you kind of like just get this big force field around you, which I'm not really sure what that does, honestly. But it's another one. And then my favorite, obviously, is the Hulkbuster, where you call in the Hulkbuster and you're invincible for a short amount of time, and you can just punch the crap out of anything. You have these powerful rockets. You can even fly a little bit. The flying isn't the best, but it still works pretty well for what you want as the Hulkbuster. And I think it's like 2 minutes. I don't know, but it's a good amount of time in the Hulkbuster. And Iron Man can obviously fly, so you can use different ways you can play as him. You can use a ranged hero. You can get up close and personal with the lasers. So Iron Man is my favorite so far. My second favorite was Black Widow. She was really fun to play with. You can just kind of run and gun, kind of like Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, running really fast and then shooting your double pistols, and then getting up close and personal, and like you can flip off to people and go do some more damage. And then her abilities, she had like the shock gauntlets, which wasn't that great. You only got one shot, and it was like an insta kill though, so that was kind of cool. And then she had her big ability was this red staff, and you can just do these powerful like ground pounds and like the crap of people with it. So I had a fun time with Black Widow, but I stopped playing with her after a while because I wanted just to fully max out Iron Man. And then the third most. I liked Hulk was like the second mission that you get to play in the beta is you're playing as Hulk and you're like smashing through this warehouse, and I got kind of frustrated because I kept dying because I wasn't using rage at all, and I was kept getting grouped up by enemies and dying. But then once I figured out rage, I just kind of mowed through them pretty quickly. And then the boss fight with Abomination was really fun. It wasn't that hard, but I had some music playing in the background, some rock music, and I was just kicking Abomination's ass with the Hulk. Kind of like the end of the Incredible Hulk movie, which is I don't know, I really like that movie. Just the ending of that movie, I love the ending, the last final battle. So that reminded me of that. So that was fun. I liked the mission, but the A-Day one was a lot better. And then the third mission was this Destiny type mission where you just get dropped into the snow and you go protect this thing. But my favorite of the story missions was A-Day, obviously. I wish I got to play as Captain America more because I feel like he could be really good, like a really good character. So yeah, so I beat all the story missions and then I played some of the regular missions by myself, and they were fun, but I don't know, it kind of got old after a while. Like I was just playing by myself, and it wasn't the most. It was fun, like the combat, the in the moment gameplay is really fun, but after a while, I got a little repetitive, I would say. But then the next day, I played with my friend, which is the gameplay you watching now. If you're watching this on YouTube, I played as Iron Man, and he was Hulk, and that was a lot of fun to play together. And we did the bigger missions. We did like the Hulk mission and the boss mission with the giant tank. That one was really fun. I loved the tank mission. Was super fun. Like we gotta shoot the vents, and I was shooting the vents on top as Iron Man, and he didn't know you could climb the legs of the tank. So I got down on top of the tank, and I was slowly dying on the top of the tank, and he couldn't figure a way to come up to save me, so it was kind of depressing. Iron Man was slowly dying while no one could save him. But he defeated the tank after I died. But yeah, that mission was fun, because like, at first I thought we were going to lose easy, but then we started getting a handle of things, and it was that mission was a lot of fun. And then the Hulk mission was fun too. Just those big campaign style missions, I feel like there's a lot of possibilities you can do with that. You can make them more story oriented. You could have a real villain boss fight instead of fighting robots, and you could have like mini bosses maybe. You could just like you have the entire Marvel universe, or at least the Avengers. So they can expand this they can make this game last forever, and it may be kind of bare bones at launch or something like that, but I feel like this game's going to be great in a year at least. But I had a really fun time playing just the gameplay, and I haven't played a video game in a while. Like I've just been watching movies and stuff, so I feel like a video game really just to sink my teeth into for a while will just be a blast. And I don't know. I wasn't gonna pre-order, but after playing for the weekend, having a really fun time, I might just have something to do because we still can't really do anything. But Miss Marvel, I didn't talk about Miss Marvel. You have to play as her a little bit in the second Hulk mission, and she was cool. Like she's kind of like Mr. Fantastic. I haven't read any of her comics. She's like a newer character. But I haven't really played. I played as her a little bit in the mission, but then I just focused on getting Iron Man maxed out because he was really fun. But Miss Marvel could be really fun to do, just to slap people, and if you really want the hand-to-hand combat, Miss Marvel's the way to go, because she uses her arms to just keep a wide berth around enemies around her, but she can still slap them. I wish her costume wasn't just a t-shirt in the base version. Like it's kind of like everyone else is in their badass Hulk and Iron Man armors, and he's got a t-shirt. But either way, I'm really excited for Spider-Man to come out. I'm for sure getting the game by the time he comes out because he's my favorite Marvel character. Hawkeye, there's a lot of cool things you can do with Hawkeye, just like Iron Man. You can do different types of arrows and stuff like that. Captain Marvel will be fun, even though she might be a little similar to Iron Man, but I like Iron Man in the game, so that's fine. Hopefully they make War Machine a little different than Iron Man, like use more machine guns than more repulsors and stuff like that. I'm rambling, but I hope they said I saw somewhere that they want 20 characters by the end of launch. I don't see a reason why they can't go double that number. Like there's so many Marvel characters you could do, and I know this is Avengers, but I wish they would do some stuff with the X-Men or at least Wolverine. Right, Wolverine would be a big seller. He's been an Avenger before, and people would buy the game. I know for Wolverine, just for Wolverine, because he's such a loved character. And I don't know if Deadpool was ever an Avenger, but he would sell copies. So I feel if the game is struggling, they might drop Wolverine or Deadpool just to get people to buy it. And I know I would play for those guys. Those guys are awesome. Fantastic Four, you could use some of them. I mean, there's only 4 of them, so that wouldn't be that difficult. I mean, Human Torch would be similar to Iron Man. The Thing would be similar to Hulk. Mr. Fantastic would be similar to Miss Marvel. Invisible Woman, Invisible Woman would be a little bit different, but the other three are similar to existing characters in the game, so you could do them pretty easily. I'm rambling, but either way, like, I'm really excited for the game. It looks like it's a really fun time in the gameplay, but I just hope that it doesn't get too repetitive, which I fear. I mean, the gameplay is fun moment to moment, but like, I had fun playing with my one friend. Imagine if I had two other friends, but too bad I don't. Single player, it has to be fun because it's not like Destiny where you have PvP where you can play single player. This, you're just fighting robots, so it's more fun to play like with your friends as the Avengers than you just beating up robots by yourself. But hopefully they do more stuff with the campaigns in the missions. Just basically go beat all these guys up, and then you win. But the single player story is promising. It's like trying to reunite the Avengers. That sounds a lot of fun, and I enjoyed the missions we had. And hopefully they do more like DLC campaigns. Like Spider-Man's supposed to have his own story. Like every hero has their own mini story, stuff like that. And they have like their own costumes and move sets, and I don't know. This has the potential to be fantastic. Right now, it's I had fun playing the game, but there's just the potential is so there that if it's not, you're just a little let down. But I really had a fun time. I liked it way more than I thought I would, and I'm excited to play the beta this weekend for the third weekend, and then maybe make a decision if I want to pre-order just to have something to play, because this game looks really fun, but Cyberpunk looks really good too. I want to get that, and I don't have all the money in the world. Marvel award movie. So I'm gonna stop rambling. But okay, I had a lot of fun playing the Avengers Beta, and I'm looking forward to next weekend. And the game is really fun, but it could be the possibilities are endless. And I hope they do a really good job. I hope they make the game as good as I think it can be, with tons of characters and just tons of mission variety. So thanks for watching/listening, and I'm going to stop rambling. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay on the YouTube side.